Sonic CrossWorlds gets a new animated teaser featuring Shadow. What?
Hello and welcome to Across the Podcast. My name is Aidan.
And I'm Stan.
This week on the docket, or should I say, 3 days since last time.
Yeah, it's a short turnaround.
Short turnaround.
You know,
because the last one was not.
It was quite a lengthy episode as well. If you made it through that, we appreciate it.
So yeah, thank you, both of you, very much. But yes, okay, CrossWorlds did get a new animated teaser with Shadow, but it was actually cool. CrossWorlds already had an animated teaser or two, I think. There was at least one that I remember.
Yeah.
I like that Sonic does that. Like, it just makes animations, you know? It doesn't have to. There's no reason for this. This isn't really promoting the game outside of it's related to it. But like, this isn't an advert. They're not playing this anywhere. This is just a thing that exists.
Yeah, but it looks nice. It's like it's a bit of, instead of an advertisement, it's more like fan service.
Yeah,
which is nice. You know, it's nice.
Which is good. Obviously, it's not quite as much as the what was it called? In the run up to Shadow Generations. What was it called?
I don't know.
They had like a whole like 3-episode storyline thing. Like they made a small TV show for it.
Oh, I didn't know that. I wasn't in the game at that point, you know. So,
hang on,
wasn't something I was looking for.
Keep talking. I'll find it.
But this trailer specifically does talk about the customization
Dark
of
Beginnings.
his car.
It's called Dark Beginnings.
Oh, well, that's cool. Check that out. But the customization of his car, you get like a little. He's got like a little menu where he's like sliding through and choosing like the bumper of his car, the wheels of his car, and everything like that. We didn't see any glider, so I don't know if they're gonna go the Mario Kart style.
I don't think there is. I think it's more of a like a rally car kind of thing.
I guess. How are you gonna cross worlds without a? He's got the rings. What am I talking about? So yeah, it looks really good though. I like it. I wish it would have gave us more of like an in-game. I do like the animation. The animation looks really good, but I would prefer more of an in-game, like what is our menu gonna actually look like, rather than just show me the coolest way you possibly could. Because when we get in-game, we're not gonna have that. And
I mean, they had the beta, didn't they? Like we've seen it.
Yeah, but did it look that good?
Well, obviously not. But like. How could it?
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Well, how could they made that
as an animation?
How hard is it to go from making an animated trailer to making a still image that you scroll through?
Very
right. It can't be that to put you like they're not making any money off of this. The advert that they did is not really going to make them any money because they're not pushing it to advertise the game. So for them to throw money into developing a whole animation for all of that, whereas they could have just put that in the game, that is going to actually make them money, the product that they're selling. They put more quality into that and stop putting quality into things that are going to mean nothing in 2 weeks. You'd make the game better.
I'm sorry, but you're a moron.
No.
Yes.
Well, I don't see how I'm wrong.
Because
put money into the product that I'm going to buy.
The way that selection is shown in the thing, one would be hard coded to Shadow specifically, the Shadow's car pieces we see specifically, and also it would read terribly in game because none of them actually show what it looks like. It's a hologram thing. Looks cool for the video. But if you put that in the game, you'd have to make way more assets. The assets would be less clear. It wouldn't work as a GUI.
Well,
it's terrible design.
Don't get my hopes up by showing me something that looks that cool.
It looks cool in the trailer. It wouldn't look good in game. You'd just be confused as to what you were picking.
That's because they're not trying.
No, it's just poor onboarding. It wouldn't work.
Yeah. Well, maybe they should have just left it. You know, why'd they have to give it to us if they weren't going to give it to us?
Sometimes you are a struggle.
I will say at the end of the video, it was really nice to see they actually had the listing for like Switch and Switch 2 at the bottom, and then on the screen where it showed the editions of the game, you had the Switch and Switch 2 version. So that's I'm going to say that's confirmed that we're going to have a difference between the Switch 1 and Switch 2 edition, because otherwise why would you
It'll
need
be
that?
Different resolutions.
Well, we've had other games, like, I'm going to be very specific here. Final Fantasy Tactics is going to have a Switch 1 version, and it comes with the Switch 2 upgrade in it. Like,
yeah.
So it's nice to know that you will be able to, pay probably $10 more for the same thing, sort of, but in a red box and a red cartridge, because
Whoopee!
Sonic loves red. Yeah! That premium red price.
But in
I don't know.
CrossWorlds news, this isn't actually news. I just wanted to talk about this. So we have the season pass, right? There's some DLC characters that will be free. There's some that will be paid, and they have announced all but one franchise that they'll be crossing over with. So far we have Miku, we have Persona, we have Nickelodeon stuff,
Minecraft.
and Minecraft. And there's one left that we don't know yet. Now, everything else has a reason that it's crossing over with Sonic, right? Miku is like half owned by Sega, so that makes sense. I believe Sega also has stakes in like Persona and stuff. Minecraft has collabed with Sonic many times. That's just through Microsoft. That's the thing that they do. And then all the Nickelodeon stuff, I imagine, will be through Viacom and Paramount because of the movies. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
What thing is currently collabing with Sonic and is a big enough name to save for last?
Tim's.
We're getting Tim's in. No, the Justice League is currently crossing over with Sonic in the comics.
Oh.
We've talked about this because there's pop figures for it, there's comics for it. This crossover.
That is, okay, I see. I remember that now.
They're making merch for this that goes into next year. They have plans for this going into 2026. I think it might be the Justice League.
That would be really
Imagine.
Cool. I would. Yeah.
You put up Sonic Racing CrossWorlds, you get
a
Batmobile, you get Batman, Superman. It might be the new movie version. It might,
Let me put Knuckles in the Batmobile.
You might be able to.
That would be nice.
The thing is, most of the DLC stuff it's not at launch. I forget exactly when. And they are paid. So the only free ones are Miku, the Persona 5 Joker, Ichiban from Like a Dragon, so far, and obviously the Sonic characters. So far are the only free ones. Minecraft is paid, all the Nickelodeon stuff is paid, Pac-Man stuff is paid. Did we say Pac-Man? Pac-Man's in it.
Yeah, Pac-Man, yeah. If you've clicked on this video, you've seen that.
Yes.
Well, you saw something that might allude to it. I don't know that you might... You may not have picked that up.
But yeah, I think it might be the Justice League, I might be being silly.
That would be...
I might be being a little
really
goofy
nice
guy, but I think it might be the Justice League collab.
I'm excited for it now, so if you're wrong, I'll find you.
But I imagine if it is, we'll get that next year. That's not going to be launch content.
Yeah. Of course, they gotta drag it out. Look at Mario Kart 8. That thing got drug out over 10 years.
Not far off, unfortunately.
Yeah. So we got to get CrossWorlds to the Switch 4, maybe Switch 3, the Switch Triforce. That's do that, Nintendo. Switch try the third one. No, okay. I mean, it's beyond brand.
I suppose it
I
would.
will say real quick because I mentioned Switch. There are people talking, of course, about a Nintendo Direct and everything like that, and there are other people that are commenting like, "Oh, maybe they'll finally announce the Switch 2 OLED or whatever." It's like,
No.
no. Why? Why would they? That's going to be a midlife cycle thing. You think the Switch 2 is only going to last till next year?
Yeah, that's
We, we've had the Switch for what,
2027 or 8 at
2
least.
months now? So some of the accusations that people are making about
Good.
what we could possibly get revealed is a bit outlandish.
I've seen
Like,
some
let's calm down.
people, make
We need
loose
games first
connections.
before we do.
That
Like,
is a wild. A lot of people have also been saying that there's going to be a state of play in September because there usually is one in September. But then everyone's been taking which is probably true. But then everyone's taking that and being like, oh, well, Wolverine will be there obviously, and I'm like, is that obvious? Will it? I don't know.
I don't know.
Uh,
I feel like that game's kind of just been a little bit forgotten, honestly.
well, it had the big leak, didn't it? And then Insomniac was
Yeah.
like,
Don't pay attention to that. No. What?
I don't know if that's what they're actively working. Well, they are actively working on it, but I don't know if it's the main focus right now because
It should be, because that game will be amazing. But I can imagine if they're going off of previous Wolverine iterations, they haven't sold the best. They haven't been the best games, to be fair, but they're not like
well, they
they're
didn't
not
really
a highly
have
wanted game.
the what's the word the name power of like Spider-Man. Like before Insomniac got to
Yeah.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man still sold well because it was Spider-Man. Spider-Man's been one of the most popular comic book characters since comic books were invented.
Yeah.
Wolverine,
It also
on the other
suffers a
hand,
bit.
was popular after they started making X-Men movies. Like, yeah, people knew
Yeah.
about him before that, but not on the level of Spider-Man.
Yeah, but it also suffers from the like how do you take an overpowered character and not make them overpowered?
That is true.
Like, that's why Superman games aren't as you got Spider-Man games left and right. You're not gonna have you got Batman games left and right. He's just a human, but Superman, Wolverine, Deadpool. We had one game, and now it's like $80 if you want it. So there's not much you can really do. So the fact that that we even were confirmed that we're getting it is great, but we'll see how they do with it.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
And I can see why they're probably like everybody just forget about it. We'll work on it.
Speaking of Batman games,
Plus, they might put Doom in the game.
Legacy of the Dark Knight. Yes, I still hate this game. We have seen from the demo that was at Gamescom and other people talking about it that there's going to be 4 islands and you unlock them through the story. Now, people have been saying this means it's bigger than Arkham Knight, and I don't know if they're going off of like a square foot based on the character. This is bigger than Arkham Knight, or if they're just going 4 islands is more than 3, so it must be bigger. I don't know where they're drawing that comparison. It might be, but I don't know if that's
well, if it's the same 3 islands plus 1.
Well, it's not gonna be though, because like even the Arkham games aren't consistent with map. They're not gonna make it 1-to-1. They'll be redesigning Gotham, obviously.
How many islands was Gotham Knights? Wasn't that 4?
3 or 4.
I think it was 4. So this game won't be bigger than that one.
Well, that's the thing. I don't know. When you talk about size in this thing, I want you to be talking about like in comparison to the character. How many steps, how many square feet, however you want to.
Yeah, of course.
Translate
of course.
that.
You want to talk about how much like serviceable area do you have in the game? Is the game actually larger?
Yeah.
Like
if they're just straight up saying that, you know, there's one more island, the
more
islands could be
islands,
smaller.
yeah.
You know, that doesn't mean it's bigger.
If all 4 islands are smaller, then that doesn't make it a bigger game. That just means that it
I've just seen a lot of people
just
saying that
oddly
it's going to be
divided.
bigger than Arkham Knight. Well, I don't know that that's necessarily true. It could be. I don't think we've seen evidence of that yet, though.
There also could be an underground. We don't know that.
True. They do be
Sky
they do be
Islands.
hiding that a lot. Well, TT doesn't, to be fair.
Well, you wouldn't know, would you?
You. There is no transition from that to anything else, so I'm just gonna go in order. Assassin's Creed, we've got some stuff for that.
Okay. Yeah, here's a good thing. You know, a couple of years ago, we got, which I guess that's true, like basically any point in the last 20 years. A couple of years ago, we had an Assassin's Creed game. It may or may not have performed well. It actually did not perform very well. This game released at a very low price. I think it released at $49, which for an Assassin's Creed game is pretty cheap. And it immediately dropped to like 20 within 2 to 3 months. Nobody cared about this game. From what I could tell, financially, no, there may be people out there that are like, oh, this was one of the best games they made. It could have been, but with the way it sold, it didn't really seem that way. Mirage is getting free DLC, so if you did pick that game up after it went on sale, you got a heck of a deal. If you bought it full price, I guess you still didn't get screwed over because you're getting more stuff years later.
It is free, to be fair.
You're gonna get it free is free. So if you don't have it, go pick it up now. Mirage is not an expensive game if you're an Assassin's Creed fan, which if you are, you probably have this game by now because it's years old. But go pick it up. You can probably get it for like $10 if you buy it used, and you get a new chapter, gameplay improvements to the base game, and it was developed because Ubisoft received investment from Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund, which is apparently quite politically controversial.
I love how I was just reading. Like, you can see him reading this off the page because he doesn't have a clue what he's talking about.
I was trying to see about, did I read this before? Apparently I didn't pre-read this before. So
everyone was wondering,
yeah.
Rightly so, why is Mirage getting DLC? This is a 2-3-year-old game. What is going on? It turns out we see in Ubisoft reports that they've received funding from Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund, which is apparently run by a particular politician who is an interesting character. I'm not going to get into this too much because this is a gaming podcast, and frankly, I don't care. But yeah, apparently it's a bit controversial that they would make a game or part of a game for that. And the new chapter coming in the DLC is set in a specific Saudi Arabian city or something. So I don't know if it maybe panders to that a little too hard, or if it's just Assassin's Creed and they slapped Saudi Arabia on it as like just a name. I don't know. We'll see.
Now I know that when the sequel to Black Flag comes out, we need to be fighting against tariffs. That needs to be what that's about. Battle of the Tariffs.
Bringing back old Assassin's Creed, though, Ezio's back in clickbait everywhere. That board game that we talked about, Assassin's Creed Animus, that was on Kickstarter, only has a couple weeks left now, so now there's more articles coming out. There's plenty more clickbait of Assassin's Creed brings back Ezio in new game, and it's a board game.
So if you see that, don't click it.
it.
They're talking about the board game. Don't click it. Don't worry about it.
I need to.
If Game Informer or anybody like that's like, hey, Ezio comes back, just ignore it. Ignore it. There is no. What you've heard is the only Assassin's Creed news there is.
To be fair, it could be a cool game. I don't know. The fact that it's on Kickstarter leads me to believe that it's at least a little cool. Because if it was just some like box standard Monopoly ripoff, then it would just be funded by the company because it'd be easy to make, you know. The fact that it's
At
on
this point, you have
Kickstarter.
Assassin's Creed in like VR. You can do that. It's a board game. Get it out of here.
Like, yeah, if you actually look at the Kickstarter, there's some cool stuff in there. So maybe it's for Assassin's Creed fans. This might be pretty cool.
Did the power go out and we're playing by candlelight? Like,
Never know. So board games
I
can
got
be fun.
62 Assassin's Creed
Board
games
games
to play.
can be fun. I will die on that hill.
Okay, they can be fun, but like,
Okay.
can I have a board game on? Can it be to go? Can it be a board game to go? Can I have Joy Cons? Can it be OLED?
You are broken in an interesting way. Speaking of Kickstarter, though, Team Cherry has broken one of their Kickstarter goals. They have said,
I can't stand
we're not
it.
doing this anymore. Because of how long ago this was, they said that Silksong, or I guess not Silksong in its current state, they said that the Hollow Knight DLC that eventually turned into Silksong would be on the Wii U. Now, that was 7 years ago. So they've since said, we ain't doing that. Which is fair. but it also means they're breaking one of the promises and not putting it on the Wii. They are instead putting it on the Switch too. So you could say, you know, they never said they were going to do that. And now they are.
But at the same time, like,
it is funny to say that they are
I
breaking
want
a promise.
Hollow Knight Silk Song for the Wii U.
Somebody would buy
I want
it.
that.
People would. Like,
I mean, they had a D-pad on the Wii U. So
get a Pro Controller, man.
I've got one. But the fact of the matter is, you didn't have to do that with a Wii U. It came with one.
Yes, and it was
a terrible
weighed
device.
as much of a baby.
And still, that's the one bright spot about it.
Speaking of Silksong and babies, though, Silksong has caused more delays to games, including Baby Steps, which I have apparently been assured is a better game than I thought it was.
Oh. All right.
So
I mean, I don't know how.
When I saw
you would have thought it.
Well, when I saw the trailer for Baby Steps, I saw a grown man in a nappy walking around, right?
Oh, yes.
You remember that?
Game is.
Yeah. And I believe our sentiment at the time was, why? But apparently it's made by the people who make, like, Getting Over It and stuff, so it's one of those kind of rage bait kind of games. This is all coming from Jacob.
Okay.
Jacob assures me that it's better than I think. We'll see.
Hi, Jacob.
Hi, Jacob. I had another hi, Jacob, coming later. You might be getting 2 this week.
Well, hey, he's got to stick around then, doesn't he? Gotcha.
Yeah, so I don't know. I personally don't enjoy games that are difficult just because they're hard to control. I enjoy games that are difficult because they're difficult.
Well, see that. Okay, so I'm gonna segue a little bit here and talk about something that nobody probably cares about, but I care about it. So
that's what this podcast is about.
So there's been some discourse because this game is not that old technically. The NCAA and Madden games of this year, they're football American. We do that.
Sports ball.
One of the things that has been very noticeable that a lot of people have been complaining about, which I feel like it's been this way for years, but the game is broken at a point where when you adjust the difficulty of it, instead of it making it a harder game because your opponent is now more difficult, it becomes a harder game because your teammates become less competent. And that seems very counterintuitive, and I don't understand why that's a model that we've set forth.
Yeah.
So, like, when I'm playing a game, for example, I like to have fun playing a game. I don't like to be maddened. Look at that. That's a good one right there. By the way my team is acting. So I feel like there needs to be some kind of standard to where, like, instead of it being that everybody on my team is turned into an imbecile, that perhaps they just can't do their job quite as well. I don't know how coding of any of that would work, but it's very noticeable. They even the competitive levels. So there are 4 difficulty levels, right? The competitive level is the third from the highest one, because if you put it on the highest one, your team knows nothing about what football is anymore. They are just out there on the field. So the people that make the games know that, because they don't put the competitive league at the hardest difficulty, because there would be no point. So they put it at one back from there where they still kind of know what they're doing. They're just not very good at it. So I don't know what it is about gaming modes, and I've been trying to play the game on the hardest difficulty, because that's what you used to do. You used to play the game on the hardest difficulty. That's how you showed you were good at it. But now it's just it's just more irritating than it is a challenge, and that's not what I want to do with video games. So if anybody plays those games and doesn't want to play it on the hardest difficulty, I don't think anything less of you, because I've played it, and on the hardest difficulty it's just ridiculous. It's not a fun time. And it's not because it's too hard, it's just because it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
That's my little spew on that. That's been bothering me.
Yeah, the game difficulty is a tricky thing to get right. There's so many different ways you can do it to make something more difficult, and not all of them are very good.
Yeah.
Like, with getting over it and stuff, it's difficult because the game doesn't do what you're trying to get it to do. I don't like that. I don't like that it's difficult because it's misreading my inputs. You know, that just frustrates me. I like games that are difficult because I'm doing something wrong, or I need to learn to do something better.
Yeah, you have to get your timing down, or you have to get something, like there's a way to do it.
Yeah.
You just have to get good at it. That's the point of playing games.
That's how I prefer it. But a lot of people
you can improve.
Do like this model of the inputs not working properly. Obviously, they're working as intended, but it's not.
Well, a lot of people like to buy blind boxes too, but I prefer to know what I'm spending my money on. I go to work to be able to afford to buy things that I want to buy. I don't want somebody else to pick for me. I don't. Look, if you ever go to a store and think you want to pick a blind box, just send me your money and I'll buy you something. That'll be your blind box. Neither one of us will be happy by the time we're done with it.
Yeah, that's. We'll see if it's good. I don't know. Yeah, I've got here, people are already trying to gatekeep Silksong. I've seen, as I'm like scrolling TikTok and stuff, people are saying that they're trying to.
If you weren't here 7 years ago, don't.
Stuff like that.
So why are you excited now?
They're trying to say things like, oh, if you haven't actually played Hollow Knight, you're not going to enjoy Silksong because you don't understand it. And it's like, shut up.
What? You don't understand
people are saying that because it's a Metroidvania and not just a, like a platformer, that people aren't going to like it. And let people enjoy it. People are acting like it's an underground indie game. Like, it's the most wishlisted game on Steam. It's not a hidden gem.
Also, you want, as a fan of the game, you want more people to buy it. That way it is more accessible, and a next one is potentially accessible. If no one buys this game, there will never be another one made.
Yeah, I don't understand.
That's how it works.
But I've been saying a lot of this.
I would be promoting it everywhere. Like, please, buy it twice. I don't care.
We also have here that if you do want to play the game, because there's no physical yet. Apparently, a physical is coming 2026.
Yeah, apparently.
Supposedly. So we'll see. But it will be on Game Pass, as Xbox has been saying for the last 5 years or whatever. Yes. And Game Pass Ultimate is only $20 a month.
Yes. So if you, we discussed this earlier, because I said I guarantee that's cheaper than the game. I guarantee it will be cheaper.
Yeah, it will be.
Get Game Pass, and that's if you don't have some way of getting it free, because there are tons of opportunities out there for you to get Game Pass for a week for free or something like that, and you don't have to buy this game. If you're a physical collector like I am, and you don't want to buy this game twice, you could buy it and try it now before everything's spoiled and ruined for you by doing Game Pass, which is $19 a month, or if you can get it free, get it free. then that's going to be cheaper than the game. And then wait when the physical comes out, you can buy the physical then.
My
That
argument
way
to
you are
that,
not having to fully pay for 2 games.
yeah, that's fair. I think that's great if people want to try the game because they don't know if they're going to like it or not. My argument to that is that if you are excited enough about this game to buy it day one, you're going to want to play it for more than a month. I don't think these people care. I think they're just going to buy the game and then buy it again if they like it.
That's true.
Which is probably what I'm going to do, to be fair. I'm going to buy it on Steam.
If you have to watch how you spend money,
that's fair.
Then,
yeah.
you know, it is a way that you could save
it's
money.
An option.
You get to experience it before it's ruined. So if I'm going to be honest with you, if I even play this game, that will be the way I do it.
That's fair, yeah.
And then I would get the physical later if I liked it enough, which I may. I don't know. I haven't ever played Hollow Knight, so I can't really judge it, but this guy loves it, so there's something there, I guess.
I also have here, I wanted to talk about that Metroidvania aspect of it that people are trying to gatekeep the game for. Because I had a discussion.
Isn't Animal Well? I'm sorry to cut you off, but isn't Animal Well like the exact same thing?
I actually have no idea. I didn't play that game.
Oh.
I saw Bob play it for like 10 minutes, and I don't know. I think it is. From what
Jacob,
I remember.
Is Animal Well the same thing?
I think it is a Metroidvania, from what I remember.
Okay.
It's a much shorter one though, I believe. Yeah, so I was having a discussion with our good friend Jacob a while ago when we posted a clip on the TikTok about me thinking Asylum is the worst Arkham game. And
yeah, you did say that.
I did say that. And Jacob came in with the point that he doesn't think I like Metroidvanias. And at the time, I was like, no, I play Metroidvania. You know, I played Asylum, I played Hollow Knight. I clearly must like Metroidvanias. But thinking about it and actually thinking about what part of the games I'm enjoying, I don't think I do. I think he's right. So hi, Jacob. I think he's right. I don't think I do like Metroidvanias. I think because I enjoy Arkham Asylum because it's a Batman game. I enjoy the combat and I enjoy the linearity is okay, right? I think it's the worst one because I prefer the side mission, the open world-esque kind of vibe going on. I don't actually like the Metroidvania aspect of it. The whole going to get like the Batclaw or whatever from somewhere, going to get the explosive gel from the Batmobile, then going to somewhere that you've already been. Asylum's not so bad because it tells you where you're supposed to go, right? Even though there's a lot of backtracking, it tells you what you're supposed to be doing. Hollow Knight...
I don't care for backtracking.
Doesn't. Hollow Knight does not tell you where you're supposed to go. Hollow Knight... The first time... So I've played Hollow Knight 3 times, right? And I want to go through these 3 times. The first time, I gave up in like 2 hours. I played Hollow Knight. I did the opening. I did the first few fights. I fought the False Knight, stuff like that. I went into Green Path. I couldn't get to something in Green Path, so I tried going somewhere else like you're supposed to. I went down into that jellyfish thing, died a few times, gave up. Right?
Okay.
The second time I played it on stream. That's when I became the Hollow Knight guy, I guess. That's when I went through it a bit more. When I backtracked somewhere and didn't get somewhere and then backtracked again, you know, it took me a while. The third time I played Hollow Knight, the second time I should say, I didn't fully complete the game. I beat it. I beat the normal ending, like the first ending. I got to the credits of the game. The third time I played the game, I beat the secret final boss. I did an 100% run. I'd got all the collectibles and everything. And I did that following a guide, right? The third time I did it, I played it where I had something telling me roughly where I'm supposed to go to get certain things. I enjoyed that third time way more than the other 2. I don't think I like the Metroidvania aspect of Hollow Knight. I think I enjoy the Souls-like aspect of Hollow Knight. And I think I enjoy the 2D platformer aspect of Hollow Knight. Because it's a 2D platformer, which is fun. I like 2D platformers. It's a beautiful art style, it's beautiful music, and it's also a Souls-like in the way that you have the benches, you have the geo that you lose if you die, and you have to fight a boss, many bosses, over and over again until you get it right. You have to learn the patterns of the boss, you have to, you have to learn how to fight each boss. Each boss is designed drastically differently to be a different experience. That's the bit that I like about Hollow Knight. The Metroidvania bit, I enjoyed it more when I cut that out.
Well, that's, I guess Jacob was right.
So I think he was right, yeah. I don't like Metroidvanias. I like Hollow Knight, but not because it's a Metroidvania.
And it's wild because you said you were excited for the new Metroid game, so I'm
excited because it's a cool, shooter game. I don't think I'm going to pick it up first day. I'll probably play it eventually, but I'm not too bothered about Metroid, to be honest.
Yeah. Don't worry, you've got months before that's even a thing. Maybe years. Who knows?
I don't know.
They could have been waiting to release it in September, but then now that there's a Metroidvania release in September, they don't want to be the second best Metroid, so they're going to delay it too.
That would be very funny. I don't think Nintendo would do that, but that would be very funny.
I mean, they should have released this game months ago, but they haven't, so we'll see.
That's true.
But
yeah, I will play Silksong without a guide first time. I'll probably stream it too, for the most part. I think I'll enjoy it more when I play it a second time with a guide, picking up everything in the order you're best to do it.
I wish you the best of luck on both of them.
Thank you.
Because I hope that this game is as good as everybody's been waiting for.
Just looking at the few bits of trailers, you can see how the kit is expanded. You can see how.
Game.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know how much it's going to be, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was 50. I also wouldn't be surprised if it was 25. I can see that happening.
Yeah. I think it's going to be, if anybody's betting on this, Vegas have numbers and everything, it's going to be between 39 and 49. I'm saying.
Maybe, yeah.
So,
I don't know.
You want to bet the over, 39? You want to bet the under, 49? I got you.
But yeah, I'm going to be playing it on Steam first, I think. And then maybe I'll do the second run on PS5 or something. Mm-hmm. But on Steam.
I see. Yeah,
Steam has been up to a few things this week. I'm going to start with the second one, because I think the first one's going to take a bit longer, despite being a shorter point. Steam has introduced a language-based review system now. And when I first read that title, I assumed that they were using some sort of crappy AI to scrape reviews and give it a score based on the language you used in it. This isn't the case at all. I was just being a bit cynical. Turns out what they mean by this is the score that you are shown, as in when you look at a Steam game and it says positive, overwhelmingly positive, negative, etc., will be restricted to people who made reviews in the language you are using. So this only kicks in for games with at least 2,000 public reviews and at least 200 of them in the language that you're using. But what this means is that if a game comes out and it's a really good game, but it turns out the Spanish localization, for instance, is really crap, but you're not going to play it in Spanish, you're not going to see any of the reviews that say the Spanish localization is really crap. You're not going to get your version of the overwhelmingly positive, whatever it may be, skewed by that, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, to be fair, but I guess it's more accurate to how you're going to play it.
I think you should have the option to view which one instead of Steam.
Maybe there will be. Maybe there'll be a show.
Maybe there'll be a thing where you can filter it or something.
But
that's fine if it's a filter, but don't take away. I I don't care if it is a different language. I like to see how it's doing
Yeah.
in other places as well.
But as
Like-
is, by default, right now, this is how it works for those eligible games. This does also mean that Pal World, in the English review language, has creeped up to overwhelmingly positive instead of just positive, which I think is kind of funny.
Yeah.
Because
Well, I mean, look, Power World's got a lot of crap, but I will admit the first 2 or 3 weeks that Power World existed, that was all I did. And I can't tell you the last time a video game captured me like that. Now, it faded really quickly, and I haven't picked it up since. But for those 3 weeks, that was my game.
I just find it really funny that we're still talking about Pal World.
I do. Yeah, it is. It is interesting. 'Cause that was, what, a year and a half ago?
At least, yeah. I remember talking about it in my second year uni classes, so
it's been a while.
Been a minute for sure.
So, they did something good and bad. They did a little bit of both.
A bit of both. Which, I mean,
yeah.
What more could you want from life?
Yeah. And Pokemon's just upset with them. But that's okay, because Pokemon has upset people too. Okay? Not only can Pokemon be upset, they can upset. Because I found something that I really liked, and I shared it this fine evening with our buddy over here.
Morning now.
I told him about it. Told him to look it up and was like, hey, we could talk about this on the podcast, because we talked about one before on the podcast. But Razer, the company that I use, Razer has decided to partner with Pokemon again, and they produced the Gengar headset, which looks gorgeous. Looks great. It's purple. I love purple. It's like my favorite color. I'm sick of the gray, but hey. It is basically the Kraken kitty. So, like, if you've seen the Razer headphones with, like, the little kitty ears on it, it's that, but purple. And that's enough for me, honestly. There are a bunch of, like, little hidden Gengar guys. They're really cute. And it has RGB. It's $139. And they're not wireless.
A wired headset. Over $100.
Which is it's a wired light up headset, so it has to be powered. Why? Why did you not just slap a battery in there and make them rechargeable? I'm so confused. What is going on here? I don't even get the concept of it. But yes, they're $140 if you pre-order it now if you want to. I honestly, I'm going to wait for this one to go on sale. Normally, I'd be like, oh, it's Pokemon. It's going to sell out. This is not selling out. And I'm not paying $140 for it. But if you pre-order it now, you get them September 29th. I'm going to wait. They're not going to be $140 in 2-3 months. And maybe I'll get them then. Because I don't use wireless anyways, as you can see here. So I'm complaining of nothing. Well, sort of. I have another set of these over there on my PlayStation that I play whenever it's late at night, or well, technically early in the day, because I sleep at the day. We're awake at night. But I wear those and play my PS5 or whatever it is that I'm playing over there. And they're wireless. So I can just put them on and sit down. Like, not a problem. And they are great. And I paid like nothing for them. So I don't know why Razer has decided to charge, because these are dongle wireless, which is not the most premium thing in the world, but they're Type C, so they plug into basically everything nowadays. And they originally were like $90, and they were on sale for like $20. So that's what this should be priced, because this is wired, and Razer, do better. The $150 after taxes, because I have to pay those. After taxes, which is going to be another $14, I've got to pay over $150 for these, and I still got to plug them up.
It's got that Poke type.
Who the hell, man?
Got to pay extra.
Even Apple doesn't do that. Yeah. It's a
sad state of affairs.
Shame. It is. I was excited for them too until I realized that they were wired, and like I said, I'm probably not even going to use them not wired. I'm just upset that I can't. And that's fair because I'm the consumer. So like if I wanted to buy it, that's my choice.
Also,
So
Apple hate for a second. I was at work today, right?
Mhm.
I am a trainer at work, so I have to train people, and I have to sign off that they can do certain things. To do this, we have iPads. I hate iPads, but we have iPads, right? I picked up the iPad today to sign off one of the things I had to sign off, and the iPad had taken it upon itself to factory reset. So I picked up this iPad, and I had to spend the first 20 minutes with the iPad, turning it back on, finding out which Wi-Fi it could connect to, because each store has like 4 of them for various levels of public access. It's very annoying.
if you didn't know, your local McDonald's has a fryer that runs off the Wi-Fi. It's specific. It has its own network.
Well, so there's a staff one, there's a work-related staff one, there's a customer one, and then there's just a general like free Wi-Fi thing. Very strange.
Bit excessive.
Bit excessive.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and then we have certain shortcuts on the thing that take you to which website you need to be on, because everything there's like a hub that you can log into, and then that takes you to different websites to do things. We normally just have those websites on quick access on the home screen, so you can click one, go out, gone, niche. So I had to find everything again. I had to log in again. It was a nightmare, and I'm doing this whilst trying to do orders because there was an event on today, and they were like, nah, they don't need more than 3 people in the kitchen. So thanks for that, whoever's doing the schedule these days.
Yeah,
Ran
see,
over.
I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you making these complaints, and normally I would have your back 100% and be like, "Oh yeah, let's put Apple down." Normally I would because I still believe that sentence is fully true. The only problem is where I work at, we use Kindles. So
You don't have like Fire tablets or something? Like I assume they'd have to be crappy ones because of the company, but
it's very the lowest. What if you buy your kid because if they drop it, it's okay. That's what we use.
that's crazy.
Controlling hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of equipment off of something that disconnects from the internet every 30 seconds.
That's rough. That's rough, buddy.
Yes. And not only that, these are like 2021 generation Kindles that get used 20 hours out the day, 7 days a week for the last 4 years. So that battery life is absolutely crap. After 10 minutes, you've lost 40%.
That's so bad. Scott Pilgrim versus the World just went on sale. Like now.
Oh. Wait, which one?
The old one.
The EX one?
Okay. I just bought this like 2 weeks ago as well. That's upsetting.
Ooh.
I bought it on Switch though, to be fair. So I wouldn't have gotten the sale.
Refund it.
Take
it back.
Anyway.
Did you get it from Sex?
I got. You don't call it that.
We do.
I've never met anyone that pronounced it sex. It's always CEX. But anyway, I bought it on Steam, which means I'll be able to play it on this leaked Steam console. So last year, at the tail end of last year, we had somebody who leaked a in progress Steam console, Valve console, that wasn't necessarily going to release. But Steam has a lot of like prototypes that they do, and then people leak them, and then they never actually come to fruition. This one, though, has apparently been benchmarked. Somebody's found the thing and put it through its paces, and now we have benchmark scores for this Steam console. which means it has to exist in some capacity, or they're just making it all up. I don't know, but I think it's interesting to look at because I am a bit of a nerd, right? So if we,
so how did it do?
well, let's dive in, shall we?
Okay, yeah.
So the operating system it is running is apparently Windows 11 Pro. This raises concerns for me as to whether I think this is real or not. Because why on earth would a Steam console be running Windows? Surely it would be running Steam OS. Steam has an operating system. Why would it run Windows? So, I don't know. Maybe this is talking about how they benchmarked it. I don't know. This seems... Immediately, this has me take this whole thing with a pinch of salt because that doesn't make much sense to me. But, you know. It's called the Valve Fremont. I believe that is a code name. If it ever releases, it wouldn't be called that. And they ran this in balanced mode, which either means it will have different modes or this is the standard. So it has a custom AMD processor with 6 cores and 12 threads. That's pretty standard. It has the base frequency is 3.2. This is also pretty standard for newer gen devices. Not necessarily everything you'd play on. Its maximum frequency is more, it's just shy of 4.8, which is pretty solid. That's, you're not really going to need more than that at all. So that's fine. It has... Okay, so this goes really deep into it. This is talking about level 1, 2, and 3 data caches, which is important. I'm not going to go into why, though, because none of you care. Just know that these are fine. These are pretty standard. What really gets me is when you get to the RAM section. Apparently, it only has 8 gigabytes of RAM, which doesn't seem like a lot.
DDR5.
It is DDR5, but the standard for RAM these days is at least 16, if not more. So that is
even
strange.
for handhelds.
I mean, not necessarily, but this isn't a handheld. Is the point? If you want that,
oh, it's not a handheld.
no, this is a home. Sorry, I should have specified. This is a.
Yeah, you should have.
I mean, I said Steam console. Yeah, this is.
Everybody assumes Steam Deck.
I guess so. Yeah, but this is why this is interesting because this isn't a Steam Deck. This is a Steam home console.
So this is a computer that you connect to your TV.
Basically, yeah, but it would presumably run either Steam full picture mode, or you would hope Steam OS. I don't know why it says Windows 11.
So do you play your games with the keyboard and mouse or control? Are they going to make their own controller? Are we going to have a Steam controller?
Is there not already one?
I don't know. There might be.
I mean, like Steam already accepts loads of different kinds of controllers. You know, if something is X import, it's going in. Like, you can pick what you want, really.
Yeah.
I imagine it would take a mouse and keyboard input. And it would probably be predominantly for controller, though, because it's not a computer.
Yeah. But no, okay, so now saying that it's going to be like a full size. How much RAM does like a PS5 have? Does it have 16?
16, I think. Yeah, and then the dev kits.
Yeah, I need to look this up.
It might be wrong. I know the dev kits have more. I think that I'm used to working with the dev kits. I think the dev kits are 32 or something like that.
So
also the Pro might have a different amount. The PS5 16, yeah.
Yeah, it's 16 of DDR6 RAM.
Yes.
So this is DDR5 though.
Yeah, but that's fine. You know, you can even run DDR4. Like, it's not a huge deal. DDR5 is more than enough. The issue is that it's only 8 gigabytes, because for a home console, That's not a lot. You could see it in a handheld, but this is going under the TV. I'm trying to play, new released modern AAA games. 8 gig is not a lot.
Yeah. Even a base model computer comes with 16.
This isn't like this runs kind of bad, but I'll forgive it because I'm playing it on the bus. This is a console, This isn't. You're not taking this with you. But yeah, so interesting to me. I think I would take this with a pinch of salt. I would assume that maybe there is a version of whatever they're working on that has these specs. I would imagine if they ever do a retail release, this isn't quite what it's going to be balling,
Yeah. It'll be something.
They have to run tests, so obviously there's going to be different. They might be testing one with 8 gigs to see if it actually matters.
That's true. Could be the base model. They could have
maybe there might be a pro model or something. We don't know
could be
because
hey, we need something that people can afford. This could be their Fremont Light.
Yeah, maybe because Steam hasn't said anything about this. They have not commented on this. So maybe
because since the Steam Deck,
I'll say the biggest thing for me that makes it likely to be a prototype model is the fact that it's running Windows. Because why would it? Like, I see no reason why.
They've been trying to get a lot more devices to properly run SteamOS. So maybe it's kind of like how Microsoft is trying to expand. Maybe it's just something they're working on together.
It wouldn't be together because they just did a thing with the Ally, didn't
you know what I mean? Like not officially together, but it's just something that the industry itself is like moving towards.
Yeah, very.
Especially since nobody wants physical games anymore.
I mean, it's seeming less and less.
We'll have the Nintendo Steam Deck.
I mean, the Switch is big. Yeah, I think this is interesting.
That brings up a point because I just found this out yesterday. Didn't know. Never tried. Did you know that you can't watch YouTube on your Switch 2?
Doesn't surprise me. I hadn't tried though.
Yeah, apparently they've not allowed the app to run on the Switch 2. So you can still watch YouTube on the Switch 1, which I still have the Twitch app. It doesn't work, but I still have it. But the YouTube app, there are people that watch, I don't know why. There are people that watch YouTube on their Switch, and you can't do it on the second one, which seems like a bit of a downer since it was.
A bit of a downer, but I can see why. It's, YouTube is a completely different beast in terms of what's allowed on there. Nintendo has no control in anything that goes on YouTube. So
they allowed it on the first Switch though.
Yeah, I guess it was just one of the, because the Switch is based on a specific kernel of Linux, which is very similar to Android. So it might have just been a package deal, kind of.
Maybe they're worried about people making YouTube videos with their Switch. They could do that now with a camera. And then being able to watch them on that same Switch that they made it with. You can't have a viewing and recording device in one.
It's probably just a...
I don't know, I'm making things up here.
Safeguarding thing. My camera has moved in the process of... I don't know how.
A minute ago I said something really funny and you smacked your camera. I don't even know what it was at this point. When you go back through the editing, you'll see it though.
Tilted. Riveting content. Sorry, guys.
Smacked it though.
Did I? Honestly, this desk is so flimsy. It's such a downgrade from my old one. It's literally just like a plastic table with like a wooden sheet on it. It's awful, but we move. Right? It does. In fact, I'm slightly worried, to be honest, because I looked up the rating for like how much weight you're supposed to put on it, and I looked up the weight of my monitors, and they're a bit more. So
yeah,
we'll see.
Well, then I guess that means you don't have any room for Funko Pops because
that is true. despite all the
There's
other
another
crap I have on here.
Astrobot one coming out, and you're not gonna be able to put it up there.
Oh,
That's
I'm
a shame.
gonna have to put it somewhere else with this thing that I'm not gonna buy. But yeah, there's a new Astrobot Funko Pop officially announced to be coming soon. We don't know when, but we do love
And for those of you
this
that
little
didn't know,
scamp.
there was another one. So there was a Astrobot
Do
one.
we
before.
know when the new controller is coming out yet? Because I feel like that was announced a
No.
while ago, right?
Let's see. I had a discussion with a GameStop manager employee this morning
As you
about
do.
it because, yeah, naturally, because we were talking because they have Ghost of Yote
Okay.
posters, and I was like, "Are you guys gonna get the controllers? Like, can I get it from here?" And she said she doesn't know. They have not announced whether or not they're going to get the controllers or not. And I brought up the new Astrobot controller, and she was like, "The Astrobot controller's old." I was like, "Yeah, they announced another one." She was like, "They did what?" And I was like, they announced another one over the I think it was State of Play when they announced that.
It was
So
a while ago.
It's been a little bit ago, and we've heard nothing else about it.
You see,
and I really want to know because I really want to buy it.
It isn't very different, is the thing. So I don't know if it's just like
no, it's just like a changed expression,
an addition,
like,
or if they're just selling this one instead of the old one. I don't remember it being very clear.
They didn't tell us much, and they still haven't, and they're probably not going to because why would they?
As far as I'm concerned,
I'll find out
exist.
a week after they're sold out. Yeah.
That's true.
I do like the Ghosts of Yotai one. Yote. Yole. That one.
But Stan, tell me, what controller do you have?
Oh, well, as a matter of fact, now that you mention it, I do have the one that sits on my desk anyways. I have many of them. I got the Last of Us one up there, but the one I use on the regular every day for my Fortnite needs is my Fortnite PS5 controller.
And now we're talking.
And with that Fortnite PS5 controller, he's got to say this because I have no idea what the hell he's talking about.
So about a year ago,
I tried to sell it.
Fortnite, or Epic, I should say, announced that they were working on a thin client and that they were going to release said thin client about a year ago. They then said they're pushing it about a year. So, as far as I'm aware, unless they've changed their mind, it should be releasing soon. A thin client, for those of you who don't know, is for games of this caliber that basically mean you can choose which parts of it you actually want to download. Now, Fortnite already kind of has this in a way that you can download HD textures separately, you can download Save the World separately. There's a few things like that.
Stuff. There's a couple of
stuff
things.
like that.
It's like 70 gigs.
What this means is that the base Fortnite download will be the lobby, the locker, and the shop. And everything else will be downloaded separately, and you can choose which bit you want. So if you're just going to play Lego Fortnite, you don't have to download Battle Royale. If you're only going to play Battle Royale, you don't have to download Rocket Racing.
Okay, but see, they working on all this and everything. What I need them to do is just when their servers go down or whatever, can I still visit the shop? That's all I want, Epic. Can I go look at my locker and make custom skins? Because this is my thing. My loadouts and stuff, I might actually put more time into if I'm waiting for the servers to come back up, and I can be in there doing that. I may spend more money because I see something in the shop while I can't play your game that I want to buy. So can we make the lobby to where I could be in there while you still have your servers down? Think about it.
Probably not. That's not how servers work. Yeah. You thick motherfucker.
Well, you're not launching into a game. You're just launching the game.
The lobby is a server.
Well, leave that one open. Close the other ones. I don't fucking know. Put some duct tape on it.
Yeah, this is cool because I believe the last Fortnite update is like 140 gigs total or something like that. It's a big boy. It's a chunky thing.
I don't even know. I don't even pay attention anymore. I just wait for the bar to finish.
Also, Fortnite takes forever to install, no matter how good your internet is, because it's packaged like ass. And there's nothing you can do about that, because you download like a little bit of it, and it says it's only going to take 2 minutes, because that's how long it technically takes to download it. And then to actually write it to the disk, because of how fragmented it is, takes 6 years. And it's like... If you've ever... Next time you're downloading Fortnite on PC... open the actual like Epic Downloads Manager and actually look at how long it's downloading and how long it's writing to the disk, because they are astronomically different numbers. It's insane. The actual...
Well, you got to think this is a game that can literally run on anything.
And it's packaged like ass. It's packaged like a game that was released 8 years ago and just added on top of ever since. Because that's what it is.
I mean, how do you package a game that can run on anything from an Apple Watch to a computer to a PS5?
You recompile the thing, which they seemingly haven't done in a very long time.
Oh man, why do
but
that?
They would have to do that in order to make a thin client. So hopefully.
They're gonna break the damn game.
Probably.
They're gonna break it. It's gonna be down for like a week.
I mean, they're
gonna have no idea. The people that wrote all this stuff and put it in there to begin with have been fired by now, and they're gonna be just sitting at home going,
"Yeah,
guess you should have kept me on."
I mean, that's why they pushed it back so far, because this was meant to release last year. This was meant to have been a thing. This was, and I don't mean last year like 2024. I mean last year like this time last year, like a year ago, 12 months.
I mean, we're 8 months into the year at this
point.
point.
12.
So,
I wanna be clear about this extra 3
not,
months that they've had. But yeah, hopefully that happens, because I'm sick of these Fortnite updates taking 3 days. Because I don't play Fortnite that often, right? So it's like every time I launch the game, it needs an update.
Yeah. I would say if they could change it to where I only had to download 3 things, because all I play right now is Blitz. If they don't take it away, Zero Build and Ballistics.
Right.
That is it.
But you have installed Lego, Rocket Racing, Festival. You have all that on your PC because there's no choice not to.
Because I have to. Yeah, but I mean, I'm not worried about that in general. I'm fine with it, but...
Yeah, but people who don't have 12 terabyte SSDs strapped to their desk, you know...
Yeah, I guess that's fair. I say if it's on my phone, that's the shocking part.
That's
downloaded on my phone.
See, this is an interesting part of game development. That's technically a different game. It just kind of connects to the same servers. It's interesting.
What do you mean kind of connects? It fully connects.
Yeah, not in the way that it shows you a different version of the data than it does everyone else.
Oh, yeah, but you could still cross-play.
You can.
So that's more than a lot of other things can do.
True.
Now, after 2 or 3 games, your phone will overheat. At least mine does. So.
But yeah, I'm excited to not have to spend an hour downloading 20 megabytes.
That would be nice.
Would be nice.
We appreciate it, Epic. If you do it, if not, then.
Also, did you see the new weapon that they added and already removed before we've had time to even think about it?
No, I didn't. What was it?
We talked about the bug blaster being an airstrike, right? They added an actual airstrike. There's a tactical missile where you shoot a laser and then it opens this field and then there's an actual airstrike. And apparently there was a bug where if you shoot it and then drop it immediately, you can pick it back up with full ammo and it like never runs out. So they've already gotten rid of it.
The hell, Fortnite?
It was out of the game before I even knew about it. I saw a TikTok after the fact.
I wanted to do that. I wanted to airstrike.
Sounds fun. Can't do it.
Yeah. Oh well. Whatever. Fortnite's gone downhill, man. It's not my Fortnite.
Fortnite hasn't
ain't
been
my
as
Fortnite.
fun since when I started playing Fortnite. Is the unfortunate thing. But I'm too far deep in now.
Well, not only that, but like you got to look at it. You didn't have anywhere near the money spent in it, and you were, you see a skin, and you're like, "Oh, that's cool. I don't have any, so it's nice to have one now." Now you look at all your skins, and you're like, "What the hell is
I
wrong
never
with
use
me?"
any of these. I bought I bought Nick Fury like 6 months ago. I don't think I've ever used it. Not even once.
Interesting.
I don't know why I did that.
I've got several of them. I think I've used pretty much every one that I've bought, but like the battle pass ones, even though I get the battle pass, I don't think I've
I
ever
don't
used them.
buy every battle pass. I buy ones that I'm interested in. I bought the last one purely because it had Robin on it, and I didn't care about any of the other skins.
I fully believe this battle pass is worth it just because of one emote.
That's fair. It has a Baywatch emote for it.
And that is.
That's not even the battle pass though. That was the
$9.50
OG, wasn't it? It's a different pass.
Yeah, but I mean, I think if you buy one, you get the. I don't know how Fortnite works. I just pay $11.99 a month. I don't care. It's just like a Netflix subscription, and I spend as much time in there as I do anywhere else.
I don't even pay for Netflix anymore. I need to wait.
Just got done watching Wednesday.
For more stuff to be on there, because I want to watch K-pop Demon Hunters, right? Because everyone says it's really good. I want to watch it.
Movie. They announced Funko Pops for that today.
They did do that.
That's this related. They announced that. You could pre-order them now to get them the 30th of January.
Heck yeah. But I don't want to buy a month to watch one movie, so I'm waiting until the new season of Rick and Morty gets put on there, and then I'll buy it and watch both. Which I think is like December, January,
or just like look up everything that's available on Netflix, compile you like a list of 30 things you need to watch, have something to watch every day.
Yeah, sure. We'll see. Anything else?
Hi, Jacob.
Hi, Jacob. The only motherfucker who's still here.
That's it. That's it. We kind of got off track. I need to say a word after that. A little bit off track there, but thank you so much for being here. That's the news for this week. We'll have more news for next week, and yeah, send it away.
And we will see you across the pond next time. Bye bye.